So we all know what Word does, it's for loads of text, and we all know what PowerPoint does. It's great for presentations. But what happens when you've got something that crosses both of them? Maybe you've got to produce a file and that has a lot of diagrams in, but it also has a lot of text. And what do you use? Do you use PowerPoint or do you use Word? And that's a real problem. And I've seen people try and do this in PowerPoint, and they've just used hundreds and hundreds of text boxes, and they spend all their time just moving text boxes around. I've also seen people try and do it in Word, and then they try and move the graphic, and everything goes out of place. So I'm going to show you this hack that's going to make you be able to work on more complex documents, but get the graphics in so you're not chasing them around the screen. So have a look and see how it's done, and this is going to save you so much time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and any comments, if it's worked for you, let us know. So here's a typical example. We've got a diagram here. It's actually in a manual, so if you look, you've got all the text and stuff that goes with it. And I actually do a course on this, showing you how to work with long documents, how to put headings in, table of contents, and that will really help you nail these long documents and get them to work for you. But let's concentrate on this diagram and show you how I would do this. So first of all, I wouldn't actually put the diagram in Word. I would put that in PowerPoint. But I'd keep the text in Word because Word does text best. So let me explain. I'm going to highlight all these little bits, and there's quite a lot of them, and then I'm going to copy them into PowerPoint. So let me go and do that. A little tip here, you can also use your Shift key to highlight more than one thing. It's sometimes a little bit fiddly, but I'm just going to go through and do this and copy and paste them into a PowerPoint. I'll come back when I've got to that point. Okay, so we've done our copying and pasting. Now what I've also done here is I've opened up the clipboard, that's this bit here. And this is quite useful if you cut or copy and paste more than one thing. I'll show you where to find it. So let's just close it down. And then I'm going to just open it up again. It's in the top left corner. If there was ever a button they could hide away, that little arrow there does the clipboard, and anything you copy will be placed on there so you can paste more than one thing. So let's bring the clipboard up. And that works between Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is going to change my slide layout to blank. So let's go to the layout button at the top. That's there. And we're going to click on the little drop down, and I'm going to choose blank. There we go. So it gets rid of all those horrible objects. I don't need objects for this. And then I'm going to paste in my different options. So I'm going to paste in the Excel bit. Okay, that's there. And you can do a little bit of cropping or whatever you need. And then let's paste in my text boxes. Now, bit of rearranging, so I'll do that and just come back to you. So here we are. So I've got all my information copied and pasted into PowerPoint. If I was doing this from scratch, I'd probably actually create it in PowerPoint. And then what I tend to do, if I've got another diagram or another graphic, I just go up to the layout tab at the top. So I go up to new slide. And with the new slide, use the lower part of the new slide button. So you're not clicking on the picture, you're clicking on the text, new slide. That gives you a choice. I would choose blank. And then this gives me an area for my next graphic or my next picture. And I start to build up a little collection of all my diagrams. Anyway, I don't need that for the moment. So let's stick with this one. So what we want to do now, when we've got it all set up, is we want to save it as a picture. And that means we can then import it into Word as one object. So if I'm just going to click on the page, I'm going to do Control and A, and Control and A will select everything. So I'm not fiddling about trying to pick up little tiny arrows. And then I'm going to right click. Now you have to be careful of this, because if you right click in the wrong place, your menu will change, will give you the wrong menu. But I want to right click, and you need to have this long menu. If you only get a short menu, just move your mouse slightly and then we'll try and right click again. And it should come up with this option, which is Save as Picture. So let's choose Save as Picture. And we're going to just save it. Okay, so we're just going to save the picture. Let me just call it Excel Screen 1. Okay, And there it is. So now, but the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save this document or this presentation so I can go back to it. So if I need to make a change to this graphic, I just come back to the PowerPoint, edit the graphic, save it as a picture again. But I've got a kind of library of all my pictures. Originally, I never used to save it, and then I'd think, oh, I've got to go back and recreate it. So make sure you save the PowerPoint. It will then have all your pictures. Let's go back into Word. So I'm now back in Word and we're going to insert the picture. So click where you want the picture to go to Insert, go to the Pictures option, and I'm going to go from this device. So there we go, I've inserted the picture. And this is one object now, so if I need to move it, so let's just move it, it's actually in the wrong place anyway, because I need it under that text. So let's just drag it down under the Excel screen, and you'll see because it's one picture, it doesn't split it up. I'm not chasing, oh, there's a little text box left over from earlier. I'm not chasing little boxes around, so this actually works much better. And if I need to make a change, I just go to the PowerPoint, I save as a picture again, and then I just reinsert it. I can also do things like label the picture. So if I go up to the References tab, and there's an option on there for Insert Caption, that will work with the picture. So I just go Insert Caption, and if you don't want to put in figure, you can get rid of where it says Figure 1, exclude label, and then I can just put the Excel screen. So you could actually, if you were doing proper report, or maybe your student working on an assignment, so there we go, I've got my picture labelled, and moving forward you can actually create a table of all your different pictures. But the crucial thing is here, and let's just recap on the main points. So create your picture in Pictures in PowerPoint, save them as a picture. You then insert them into Word, so you can insert them as one object and you can move them about. One other thing I'll just mention to you, and that is the wrapping. Now, Word always defaults to wrap top and bottom. So on this picture, if I make the picture smaller, you'll see the text is set to go above and below. If I wanted the text to wrap round it, or the picture to be able to move more fluidly, I just click on this little, I call it a little humpback bridge. There we go, it's a little humpback bridge, and I click on there, and I would change it to square. And what that means is the text actually wraps around it. So if we just drag this picture, see how easy it is to move now? It is, so I can just drag that, let's just drag that further down. There we go, much easier to move around. I'm just going to get rid of the white space, so just double click on those white lines. So not doing it for me. That's it. So what that does, that removes the blank space, and let's see if we can get this picture onto the next page. There we go. So it's quite easy to drag around. This is, so I've actually put it in the middle of a paragraph, just so you can see how well it sits in the middle of that paragraph. But the whole thing is making it one object. There's not loads and loads of stuff to get lost. So a couple of things there to take on board. Definitely give it a go. If you're creating a document that's got graphics and pictures in, definitely use Word. Don't use PowerPoint. PowerPoint isn't meant for lots of text. It's meant for presentations and graphics. That's what it does best. And what we're trying to do here is pick the best application for what we want to do. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you've got any comments, or if you've got any suggestions of things you'd like me to cover, then please pop them in the comments. See you soon.